Il n'y a rien de miraculeux à ça. J'ai simplement utilisé un couteau qui était bien aiguisé. Le couteau coupe une tomate sans mettre aucune pression sur le couteau. Un couteau, normalement, quand on l'achète, il se doit d'être bien affûté, bien aiguisé. So when you have a knife, you buy it, it's sharp. You can test this way. Don't go this way, you cut yourself, go just slightly this way, and you will see very sharp edge. The other thing, as you use your knife, you can test the edge of the knife like this. Do is tell you if you have any piece of your knife which has been bent. So let's say you have your knife going this way, okay? And as you use it, you can have some piece of metal going this way, sideways like this. And it's less sharp. To correct that, we use a steel. Yeah. Quand on a la lame de notre couteau qui s'use et à un moment donné, il y a des particules de métal qui plient, qui viennent comme ça et qui rendent la lame moins tranchante, c'est une particule de métal là, on les enlève avec un fusil. Alors, this is a steel, this is a fusil, ça c'est le fusil, et on passe la lame comme ça, et comme ça. Vous n'entendez aucun son spécial qui vous dit que, il y a des morceaux de métal qui partent, parce que le couteau est bien aiguisé, vous avez vu la démonstration. La différence entre un couteau, j'ai vu sur la vidéo the sharpest knife in the world, okay? And the guy took the knife and he cut the tomato like this without touching the tomato, like I'm doing. The knife he's using is about $1,200. It's coming from Japan. This is not a $1,200 knife. It's a very modeste knife. C'est pas un couteau de $1,200. C'est un couteau à prix modeste, à prix modéré, disons. Le couteau, quand il est bien aiguisé, peut faire ce que je vous ai montré. Pour comprendre un peu la dynamique, c'est que le tranchant du couteau est tellement mince, the edge of the blade is so thin that it's measured in terms of micron or nano. So it's a matter of micron. It's so thin. And since the edge are at the level of micron in terms of value, maybe 15 micron or 5 micron or 7 micron for a knife like this one, when you apply a pressure, and I am not applying a lot of pressure as you imagine, as you see me. When you apply the pressure, I have another tomato here. When I apply the pressure, I will hold the tomato because it's a small one. I use a knife. I'm not putting more than a few grams of pressure there. Maybe I put 20 grams, maybe 15 grams of pressure there. How come I can cut this tomato without putting any pressure on the blade? And this is not a serrated knife. Comment est-il possible que je puisse couper une tomate en tenant le couteau avec le bout du manche comme ça? Alors, dans la loi de la physique, in the physics law, if you measure your knife blade, the width of the blade, if it's like 5 micron, and you apply your knife on the surface of, let's say, 2 millimeter, okay, or 3 millimeter, and you have 20 grams. If you made a calculation, that's almost a ton of pressure per square inch. That's a lot of pressure there because the space, the surface touching the food is very, very small. And you need to take care of your knife. So by taking care of your knife, you can use the steel to own, call that owning, H-O-N-I-N-G. C'est pour affûter. On prend le fusil et on affûte comme ça. Il y a d'autres outils qu'on peut utiliser, il y a la pierre. Et j'utilise cet aiguisoir. Et j'utilise cet aiguisoir pour faire l'entretien de mes couteaux. Un bon couteau, ce que je considère un bon couteau, c'est celui-ci. C'est pas un mauvais couteau non plus, mais j'ai acheté celui-ci il y a quelques années, il y a comme 7 ans. Quand on tape sur le couteau, when we knock the knife, the sound is like this. Very bright. If I take this one, you see, the sound is quite different. And this knife, the first year I use it, the second year I use it, never need to resharpen this knife. It's a very, very quality blade, and it's a good balance between hardness and resilience. After 3 years or so, I was in a kitchen and somebody borrowed my knife, and when he gave me back my knife, I noticed that there was some piece of metal missing here. So when I go like that, I can feel this is not smooth. So I have to have the knife resharpened and it correct most of the damage. But we have to be careful. Do not damage, be careful. Utilisez vos couteaux avec précaution, faites l'entretien de vos couteaux et ces couteaux-là vont vous durer des années. J'ai un couteau comme celui-ci. Alors, vous avez tous ces couteaux les uns à côté des autres. Pouvez-vous me dire l'âge de ces couteaux? Celui-ci, par exemple, 27 ans d'âge. Celui-ci, 7 ans d'âge. Celui-ci, environ 3 ans d'âge. Alors, si on entretient les couteaux, ils vont rester dans une condition parfaite. Il n'est pas nécessaire d'en abuser, mais il faut quand même être très prudent avec les couteaux. Be very careful with your knife. You can keep your knife for your life, for a lifetime. There's no reason to have a knife going to trash unless you're not taking care of the knife. So be careful with your knife. Enjoy to have a very sharp knife. It's make your life easier. Let's see if this guy will cut. I don't think it will cut through this. And it does, to my surprise. So this is very demanding, but it's a good test to know if you have a good knife. Look how thin, well, not only thin, but how slim, how perfect is the slice, okay? There's no dent, no, nothing there. La tranche est parfaitement bien tranchée, bien plate. Le couteau coupe uniformément, ne demande aucun effort. Since you don't need any effort to cut, you have a much better control on your knife. A dull knife, a cheap knife, instead of having a pressure of 1 ton where the blade touched the vegetable, you might have a pressure of maybe 200 kilo. That's far from a ton. So what happens, you need to put more pressure to try to get through it, and then by applying pressure, then the blade can go in one direction, and if it goes in the wrong direction, you can cut yourself. So nice knife, safe knife, easy to maintain, and please enjoy your knife. Thank you for your time. You can subscribe to, that was a special presentation of Chef Gaëtan. It's cooking technique, it's the use and the care for your knives. C'est une émission spéciale de Chef Gaëtan. C'est un petit peu de technique pour vous montrer comment prendre soin de vos couteaux. Vous n'avez pas besoin d'acheter un couteau à 1200 $ ou à 3000 $. Un couteau bien aiguisé, bien entretenu, va vous rendre les mêmes services. Alors, soyez heureux, portez-vous bien, ayez de bons couteaux, gardez-les longtemps, et on se voit très bientôt. Keep your knife in good shape, enjoy them, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you for your attention.